screen because it's not giving
Yes,
me
please.
opportunity to share.
We are not in this break right now, so we have plenty of time because we are still. So you can just. We are still awaiting other speakers to join backstage, so the floor is yours.
Okay.
Now, are you finding that?
So in the meantime, can I share my screen?
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to share screen down in there's a row tab in the
I've been
bottom.
trying that, but it's not giving me the option. It's telling me the browser does not support screen share. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Is somebody able to share it from that end?
We will see. Do we have Dr. Odo's presentation?
I think it is Ali who is the doctor. Myself, I am Mr.
I'm unsure, but let's try again. If you try to press that share screen button, do you get any visuals?
No, I get a message that I cannot be able to share, so probably you will ask somebody to share my presentation.
Oh, wait a second. Is it turned off? No. Okay. No. I don't see any restrictions from this side, so maybe it is just something straight. Do we have presentation?
It could be a problem on my end then. Can someone just share it on that end so that we don't...
Yeah. Did you send it to us?
Oh, okay. I can't tell whether EACO sent it, but whom do you want me to send it to?
If you have it, you can send it to... I will write it in the discuss session. I will send it private to you.
Sorry?
But I will write in the discuss session my email.
Okay.
Yes. So there should be a message there for you. Can you find it in the discussion session to the right?
Okay. On the right, what am I finding? I'm not finding.
Otherwise, I can share it in the other ones.
You can share in mine?
I've shared it
to you then.
Your business card. I see your email here also, so I will send you an email straight away. I'm sending you an email this minute, this second. Now it's gone. So now maybe you have received it so that you have my email. So while we're doing this, I hope that you in the audience are able to ask some questions about legislation, regulations that we can pick up later on. Do it in the Q&A to the right side. Maybe I'm pointing to the left, but this is my right. You have the Q&A where you can write questions.
Have you sent the email?
Did you send an email to me now?
Or to...
I've sent an email to you according to
which email have you? Which email have you used?
The one you put up in the.
Which address have you used?
The one you put here in the comment. Simba@eaco.int.
No, I may not get that. Let me just share with you my email.
No, just
so that you can. Yes, I may not get that one.
Okay.
So are you able to share on that?
I see it now.
Then I send you back the presentation. I thought already you had it.
I thought so too. I did not know. So now it should have gone to you. And while we're at it, I can continue explaining about the left-hand side where you have the lobby, the lounge, speakers, and booths. And in the booths, you can find information on WEEE Centre and also our sponsors, Close the Gap and World Loop. In the speakers, you will see all the speakers for all 3 days. You can send them messages and get in contact. In the lobby, you can see all the participants and you can send messages to each other. And for instance, ask to join in the lounge and sit down and have one-on-one conversations with each other. So take the opportunity of benchmarking and meeting and interact. Thank you. So did you get the email? Can you send? Now I can't hear you. Now your sound is gone. We're experiencing some severe challenges with electronics here. I can't hear you. I don't know what's... Still can't hear you. Now you're back, but I can't hear you for some reason. I don't know. Did you touch anything? I heard you perfectly. Oh, now at least Now I hear you and I have your presentation, so I will only save it down.
Are you hearing me? Anyone in the audience hearing me?
So now I will share my... We hear you. And I will open your presentation. And just a second. And I will share my screen. And then you tell me beep when I switch the... So now we do like this.
Okay, I can see the presentation is there.
Wonderful. So you let me know. We go.
Okay, okay. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. My name is Juma Oro. I work at the Communication Authority of Kenya, which is the ICT regulator in Kenya. I do chair the technical working group for EACO on ICTs. So today I will be representing the Executive Secretary of EACO, who would have liked to be with us, but for circumstances beyond control, he's not able to be here today. So I'll be representing him, and I'll be going through a presentation that he had prepared. Uh, and I will ask you then to go to the next slide. So, yeah, okay. I'm not sure whether you have heard me. Go to next slide. Thank you, thank you. So, EACO is the East African organization, East African Communications Organization, and this is an organization for ICT regulators, service providers, and many other stakeholders in the ICT sector in the 6 East Africa community countries, that is Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, and South Sudan. Now, this organization is headquartered in Rwanda, and the main objective is to harmonize policies and regulations across the EACO region, what we call the EACO region, that is within the 6 countries that I've talked about, and also to be able to have concerted efforts in terms of various strategies to be able to grow the ICT sector. So, in terms of Ewaste, we do have a regional effort in managing Ewaste in this region, and that is under EACO. We have a number of committees and technical working groups. So, one of the working groups is on Ewaste and green ICTs, and that is working group 7. And that is the one that I also chair. And this working group actually that is in charge of coming up with the strategies, original strategies for that matter, to manage Ewaste within this region. So I'll go straight to the challenges, because some of our actions are premised on the challenges that we have in this region. And one of the challenges is, if you are on the initial slide, one of the challenges on the, we have relied on Ewaste. If you want to solve a problem, then you need to know the extent of the problem. So one of the areas that we focus on is getting reliable data, and this is a challenge. We do not seem to have what we may call harmonized, reliable data within the region from which we can be able to make some decisions. So these are one of the areas we are working on. The other challenge, now not seeing your screen well, I don't know what has happened. There is another screen that has been inscribed onto the earlier one. You can just go back to the initial projection that I can see here. I see it. Simone, are we together?
Sorry. Now it should be there.
Yes, because I think there was yes. Then you have the issue of sector. in terms of e-waste management, there is a lot of informal sector in this. You can go to the next slide. And that becomes a challenge. It's like we are doing most of the things in an ad hoc manner. Next slide, please. And then we have cases of dumping of second-hand ICT equipment in the region, or electrical and electronics. And this poses a lot of challenges. They come through through way of say donations. But again, if their lifespan is very short, then they become e-waste very quickly. And then we do generally have a lack of e-waste management systems, and these are now what we are trying to put up in place with the regional initiatives. And of course, one of the major setbacks is the lack of awareness among the consumers and the members of the public about e-waste. Its effects, its hazards, and even in terms of collection and all that. So we do have a lot of low-level awareness, and so these are some of the challenges we are facing in the region, and one of the reasons why we have a regional. If you can move to the next slide, then you will go to then some of those challenges are what have made us come up with a regional e-waste management strategy, because then we realize that we have to this matter in a concerted manner. So in 2017, under EACO, developed a regional e-waste management strategy, and this is a 5-year strategy which is coming to an end here. So we are going to come up with another strategy, and the strategy has got a theme of having zero negative impacts of this region by the end of this strategy. And the strategy has a number of goals and